4, Chelsea 2, and to say that this is not expected at this moment in time, then you're lying. Every single one of you is lying. The rant that's going to come up is going to be epic, because I'm tired of Maurizio Pochettino. I try to be optimistic, I try to be realistic, and I try to give you effective, objective analysis. And I do give you that, because on this channel, I have consistently said, sacking him before the end of the season is ridiculous, because there is no alternative at this moment in time that's evident. But his job is becoming untenable. There is a time where it doesn't matter who comes in, it can't be worse than what it is now. We are consistently getting humiliated. We are consistently embarrassed. Wolves ran a train on us today. They absolutely embarrassed us. They came to Stamford Bridge, made it their home. Cunha at 70 minutes is smiling like he's prime Ronaldinho, Messi and R9 combined into one player, because that's what we made him look today. Maurizio Pochettino, this is on you. This is consistently on you. I'm going to break this game down. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The systemic flaws need to be resolved. It starts with the head of the manager. The minute you get rid of the manager, you then start to put plans, incentives, how we're going to recover for next year. I don't care about the cup final. I don't care about the FA Cup. Remove the man from his post. If you made it this far, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because I give you consistent, realistic analysis. I am fuming, I am furious, and you're getting a rant out of me today. I've tried to be measured all season. I've tried to be optimistic for your sake, for my sake, for my own health. But at this moment in time, I don't care. Because now I am just going to let it rip. I'm going to speak out my chest, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what the short-term plans are. Because there's no point planning for the long-term. At this club, long-term clearly doesn't exist. Let's get out of it. Let's go. The downright ugly is very simple. Because the reality is the same issues keep happening over and again. Doesn't matter what city we're in, doesn't matter what stadium, it doesn't matter who the opposition is, the same issues are there. We have been exploited. We are evidently on everyone's boards with the same tactics that if you play this out, you will win. And I will break this down with all 4 goals. Honestly, the 4 goals Wolves scored today highlight every single problem Chelsea have from a systemic standpoint. And a lot of you are going to say, but you know what, the players individual. No, it's not individual errors. The issues arise from Maurizio Pochettino's lack of ability to coach a team properly. Because if you make Messi look like he's finished and then he goes to a World Cup and looks like the best player in the world and nothing's changed again, then evidently you're the problem. If you can ruin the greatest player ever to kick a football, you can ruin this Chelsea team. This is a typical issue of a system, and we need to talk about it. Goal number 1, and I've got it all in my notes over here. Goal number 1. How many times have I said do not leave Caicedo on an island? How many times have I told you this is an accumulation of errors happening? Flood the midfield, press Caicedo, he will not have someone to pass it to. What happens? Yet again, Caicedo on an island by himself, receives the ball, 3 men around him, nipped off the ball, they go on the other end, deflected, goes in. You earn luck. Wolves earned their luck. It's as simple as that. There is nothing else for me to say. Wolves earned their luck. And they got the first goal. No problem. Second one. What happens? You keep your 2 fullbacks wide, tuck Chelsea in, a quick switch of play, and then you're going to have a big problem. Because Ben Chilwell can't defend on a one-on-one. We all know that. You know that. I know that. Ben Chilwell does nothing. There is 2 things Ben should do. Either 1, back off and let Semedo have the ball, which is the intelligent thing because it's Semedo, know your opponents. Or half press and at the same time try to block the passing avenue. He does neither. He stands in the middle, allows the passing lane all the way to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto receives the ball. At that point, Silva can't keep up with him. We know that. Silva's 39 years old. He can't keep up with him. Yet, what happens? Butania happens every single time. Nonsense at Chelsea Football Club happens. Silva doesn't track his man properly. He can't deal with Neto. Neto cuts it back across. Deflected. Bomba. 2-1. All of a sudden, a first half that was 50-50, but you know what? Wolves were shading it. Wolves get what they deserve. So what do we need to happen in the second half? We need a character. 6 minutes of character. 6 minutes of ingenuity, 6 minutes of Sterling demanding for the ball and trying to make things happen. Then the in-game management occurs. Because of course, we're playing Pochettino bingo. And if in-game management doesn't occur and not an issue, then it's not Pochettino bingo. What happens to Maurizio Pochettino? On a level, try guess it. You guessed it. Maurizio Pochettino makes stupid substitutions that make things worse. You take Moises Caicedo off. You put Gallagher into the DM because Gallagher's his long-lost son. He clearly had an affair, allegedly, right? Or something. Because he loves this man as if it's his own son. As if it's his own flesh and blood. There is the only explanation to Maurizio Pochettino never taking Conor Gallagher off. What happens? Silva gets one-on-one position with Pedro Neto, because what smart ass plays such a high line with a 39-year-old? I don't understand. There's a beautiful cutback, and guess who's there? Cunha to score his second goal. And guess who was meant to be tracking him? Conor Gallagher. And guess who was late by 30 seconds? Conor Gallagher. As per usual, his substitutions don't do a positive for Chelsea Football Club. Why am I here? I'm not surprised. I'm telling you now, I've said it before. This man needs to develop his in-game management. Until he develops that, we are in big problems. I've said we have to give him till the end of the season because I don't know who's going to come in. But it can't get any worse than this at this moment in time. We're consistently seeing the same mistakes, left, right and centre. The fourth goal is an individual mistake by Gusto. It's an individual mistake by Gusto. And why does it happen? Because the team is flustered. The team is panicking. The team is young. They're planless. You've set them up to fail. Things are going wrong. The house is burning. What do you think is going to happen? Man, them are going to panic. Everyone's panicking. And then guess what happens? Chelsea start to make more mistakes. And then, if it's not Gusto, it's Disasi. If it's not Disasi, it's Silva. If it's not, Chile, then it's Gallagher. If it's not Chile and Gallagher, it's Enzo and Caicedo. Individual mistakes occur. That was the downright ugly for you guys today. Don't worry, you got the bad coming as well. So let's get it started. Don't worry, the bad is going to be just as entertaining as the good. Because in the bad, we've got horribleness. Playing out the back. Playing out the back is evidently a weak point for Chelsea Football Club. Because Disasi doesn't know what he's doing. Silva has no clue what he's doing. Chilwell doesn't know what he's doing. And Gusto doesn't know what he's doing. What is that cause? It causes panic among the midfielders. It causes panic among the defenders. And it causes panic among our goalkeeper. Panic leads to individual errors and stupidness. And once you have stupidity in your team, mistakes occur. And the problem here is that is too many players not knowing what to do for me not to say it's a managerial issue. It is clearly a managerial issue. The passing out the back causes problems. We have got technicians in this team and he's not trusting them. He would prefer to have Enzo further up in an advanced 8 role with Gallagher playing time after time. Then we need to talk about stupidity amongst the players being lazy. At what point is Raheem Sterling going to learn to track runners back? Like, if now there isn't any urgency, Raheem, when is there going to be urgency? At what point is Conor Gallagher going to stop doing stupid fouls? At what point is Ben Chilwell going to stop doing stupid fouls? At what point are we going to leave Caicedo in a position where he doesn't feel like he has to foul to end an attack? At what point is Cole Palmer gonna not be expected to step up every week? Like, I can keep going with these because it's the truth. At what point are we gonna stop chasing the game like idiots? The whole game plan went out the window once it went 2-1. Chelsea panicked. Chelsea struggled. Chelsea showed no fight. Chelsea religiously made the same mistakes over and over again. And people won't want to accept it. People won't want to accept it because people at the moment, their solution is sack Poch, everything will be fine. And prior to that moment, I've always said it's not as simple as just sack Poch. You have to have the right person to come in. At the moment, the only outcome I see is Jose Mourinho till the end of the season. But Jose's not going to take the job only for 6 months. That is career suicide for him. What, he comes in and damages his reputation? No, Jose will want control. Jose will want to come in. So can we even get Jose? And the final thing for me, what really irritates me, why is it we miss so many chances? Why is it we are an embarrassment of an institution when it comes to serious opportunities? Why is it on a consistent basis? There's a good cross from Malo Gusto, Nico misses it. There's a cutback from Gallagher, and Nkunku misses it. There's an opportunity where Gallagher's get the ball on a rebound, free. Lift it, Brigman. Lift it. Lift it. Doesn't do that. We get chances, we don't punish. Other teams get chances, they punish. Why is it we're the ones that are toothless? Are you not practicing shooting drills? Are you not practicing execution? Are you not practicing decision making? Are you not practicing things on your weaker foot? I refuse to believe these players are a problem. And the reason I refuse to believe it is because there's too many of them that look bad. I've seen this script before. This is when the manager is not getting the tune out of the players because they're not coached. Bring in a Thomas Tuchel, you will see an uplift of results. Bring in a Jose Mourinho, I promise you will see an uplift in results. I'm not saying this team will become world beaters. I'm not saying this team will become generational talents. I'm not saying this team's going to get in the top 4. But I promise you now, there will be an uplift in results. There will be a massive uplift in results. You will see a little bit more organization and we'll concede less. Do I need to talk about good? Because the first goal we scored today was a moment of beautiness. It was beautiful. It was articulate, it was poetry in motion, it was movement of a ball, it's what we asked to see. It was into the number 10, Conor Gallagher, nice little cushion for Caicedo. Caicedo lays it through nicely all the way to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer needs to just wait for it and just finishes it beautifully, caresses it in. The second goal we scored, a good header from Thiago Silva, but you conceded 4. 2 at home should be enough to win a game. Sterling was showing a little bit more vim in the second half where he wanted the ball, where everyone else's heads came down. Nkunku was invisible, but I don't blame him. At least he gets some fitness. Carney Chukwuemeka gets a little run out. And now I'm struggling to talk about any more positives. Because whilst there have been little positives for the first 20-25 minutes, the minute everything went upside down and topsy-turvy, we turned shit. So I can't give us here positives and try to be optimistic because the reality is there's nothing to be optimistic about. But like I said, this was the Kavkas View. If the board don't sack him now, I have no clue what is going to happen in the near future. Because I don't know what they're waiting for at this moment in time. Because this is it. Sack him now and try to regain some sort of control for this season. Otherwise, this season's over. We are definitely going to lose to Villa in the midweek. We are definitely going to lose to Manchester City the week after. And we are definitely going to lose to Liverpool in that final. This is embarrassing. This is back-to-back defeats. The damage has been done at the start of the season to regain any control. I was consistently saying in hope rather than belief, give me 12 wins. Give me 12 wins. This was penciled in as one of the wins. I don't believe in Pochettino. I've always said, sack him in the summer. I hope he gets booed out the park. I hope Bowley and Egbali learn that this is Chelsea Football Club. Stop damaging our club. You have already changed the ethos in a lot of individuals that support the club. You have made it acceptable to finish 10th. You have made it acceptable to have back-to-back seasons of mid-table. Stop it. Please go back to what we know. Go back to sacking and firing to get results. If you do not work at Chelsea, you're not welcome at Chelsea. It is as simple as that. Potter wasn't working, you got rid of him. Well done. Mistake was bringing Frank Lampard back. Poch is not working. He should have been gone after Manchester United. You didn't allow that to happen. That's on you. Fix your own bloody issues.